So it wasn't so wild to assume, because back then you could like think, well, maybe the universe is young, still young, right? And it is not yet in a phase where it will slow down. And now we have to go, and then 60 years nothing. 60 years nothing happened. Einstein died, Hubble died, Friedman died, Hubble died, right? Lemaitre died, and we now are going into the year almost 2000. And to be more specific, 25 years ago, so that is 1998. And in 1998, something happened that turned the table, that changed everything that we knew about the universe. There was a team of astronomers called High-Z Supernova Search Team, and 25 years ago they discovered that this Hubble law, Hubble observation, is no longer linear. So they had to modify now the Hubble law. And in this point of history, you are standing on a crossroads, because you have now two paths to take. You can either stop and think, well, maybe this redshift didn't mean expansion in the first place, right? Because on the diagram where previously you had linear growth, and what High-Z Supernova Search Team, Z, letter Z, means redshift in science, small letter z. So they measured that at the very big distances from Earth, this redshift suddenly on a diagram goes, the snowballs out of control. Right? Therefore, Hubble law is no longer linear. So you can either stop and think now, well, maybe this redshift didn't mean expansion in the first place, right? Or you can assume that if previously redshift meant expansion, then now suddenly the universe started to expand faster, right? Or that those galaxies are running away from us even faster. Which interpretation won, and what did they do? Again, we know from history, right? They assumed that if previously redshift meant expansion, then now suddenly the universe started to accelerate. Expansion started accelerating. However, such a view raises more unanswered questions, and the most important one you have to ask yourself now is that what is fueling the expansion, right? What is fueling the expansion? Because if you claim that there is some expansion and it accelerates, then some energy has to now fuel this expansion. So they assumed, those 25 years ago, that the universe is filled with some magical, mysterious substance that doesn't reflect light, right? But it is there, and that one day we will find it. However, it wasn't measured in any form, in any way. Just some people argue that this sole rapid growth of redshift is a proof of dark energy, which is a lie, because in a moment it is connected to blue shift, but about that in a moment. However, I want to say that the state of cosmology nowadays, right, 2023, is that the universe will be expanding when we will discover dark energy. That is the state of current cosmology. You have to prove it first. If you claim something, you need proofs. However, this one time, right, they decided to gamble that one day we will discover it, right? So so look how they are manipulating you. They have no proof for what they are claiming, and they are anticipating that one day this dark energy will be discovered, right? So that's why I'm saying that nowadays cosmology is buried 6 feet under. Big Bang cosmology lies in graveyard and is awaiting a resurrection in a form of dark energy, which is nowhere to be found, right? Nothing detects it in any form. It wasn't detected in any form. That's why the universe will be expanding when we will discover dark energy. And because picture this, let's say let's say we are going 50 years into the future, right? We have year 2073, right? And dark energy is still undiscovered. What then? Will you still think that the redshift means expansion, or will you start to look that maybe something else is going on, right? Because if dark energy won't be discovered ever, then the redshift will still be there, right? So if the dark energy won't be discovered, then it doesn't mean that suddenly the universe started to expand slower, right? It will mean that it never expanded in the first place, and something else is causing this redshift, right? This is the logic here. And a moment ago I told you that about blue shift. Why is blue shift important? That's in my opinion proof that they are manipulating on purpose, and they know that they are lying, because they completely silence the fact that Hubble also measured that the closest galaxies to Earth are blue shifted. Now what does that mean? According to the main story, right, it means that that we are in some magical special region of the universe that isn't expanding, right? Because those galaxies are not redshifted, so they aren't running away from us. And it's not one galaxy, it's not only Andromeda, because they are lying something like that. We will collide one day with Andromeda. That's why it is blue shifted, because it's colliding with us. But 200 galaxies around us are blue shifted, not only Andromeda. So what? Suddenly whole universe is growing like a balloon, right? Galaxies are moving away from each other, but we are here in some... But we are fucked up because 200 galaxies around us are colliding with us? No. So